Peter? Peter?
Oh, go away, Penelope. I'm sleeping.
What? Oh, Peter, it's a mess in here. There you are. What have you been doing?
I told you, Penelope, I'm sleeping. Go away. Oh,
But why won't you be outside on such a beautiful day? The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Let's go outside. Let's go play Frisbee. Come on, Peter, come on.
Penelope, are you crazy? It's finals week. Why would I be happy? I don't know what to do for any of my finals.
Well, what finals do you have, Peter?
Environmental science. Dr. Gossard's making it super hard. I don't even know what to do. I have to come up with 5 things. How am I supposed to remember 5 things from the semester?
Seriously? That's all you're worried about? All right, we're going to go outside and then maybe we'll get some ideas for this project, okay?
Okay, well, there better not be bugs. I hate bugs.
Well, at least I got him out of bed. Wait up for me, Peter. See? I told you, Peter. Isn't it nice out here?
Well, I guess. I don't know. I keep getting attacked by bugs, and I hate bugs, especially bees. Bees are gross.
But Peter, bees are an awesome part of nature. If we didn't have them, why, a lot of stuff in nature wouldn't even be able to happen.
Really? How?
Well, pollination, for example. Bees pollinate flowers and help them to grow. If there weren't bees, half the flowers wouldn't grow, and other plants too that humans need to survive. Plus, flowers are pretty. What would the world do without them?
Yeah, I guess you're right. What about humans? Do they affect other parts of creation too?
Well, yeah, of course. Usually humans are pretty awesome and they do cool things like make sock puppet videos. But sometimes humans affect the environment in a bad way by littering and pollution and cutting down natural resources that keep other animals and plants alive. Like, here, look over here. See, look down there. That doesn't belong in the environment. It's an example of littering. People littering in waterways, even the Karen Pond, can kill lots of animals and plants that also depend on the water to live. Humans have a big impact on the way the world works, and all aspects of creation affect other aspects of creation in one way or another. Remove one organism or one ecosystem, and the other ecosystems suffer from it.
So that means I can't throw my trash wherever I want it? And if I do, it hurts things like, hey look, it's the duck. It hurts him too?
I think you're starting to catch on. Let's go get some bread to feed the duck, and then find some more things you can do for your project.
Penelope! Penelope!
What is it, Peter?
I'm trying to do some research, but I'm not very good at typing.
Here, try this. See? Look at these pictures.
Whoa, what are these pictures of?
Well, they're of people in other countries who can't get water from clean places, so they're forced to get water from dirty, polluted rivers.
What do you mean they can't get clean water? Can't they just go to Walmart and buy bottled water like the rest of us?
Well, of course not. Other countries don't have as much wealth or resources as our country does. They can't just go to stores and buy things like we can. They're forced to use unsafe, unhealthy resources when they need to eat or drink or just survive.
Well, that doesn't seem very fair. How come we get a limited population, but most of the world's natural resources and wealth while countries like these have huge populations, but not even clean drinking water.
Well, you're right. It isn't very fair. And that's why it's important for people in countries like ours who have been blessed with a lot of goods and resources to care about what's going on in other countries that don't have as much and see what we can do to help.
I think I found another one of my takeaways from this class. It's in
Peter, where'd you go?
I'm taking a break.
Why aren't you doing your work? You have a project to finish. What are you eating?
Just some Captain Crunch. Why?
Ugh. Did you ever check to see what was in that stuff?
No, but it's probably tons of deliciousness. I love Captain Crunch. But okay, I'll check. See, there's even fun games to play. Alright, let's see. Corn flour, sugar, oat flour, brown sugar, coconut oil, salt. I can't even pronounce the rest of these words.
See, Peter? It was all corn and sugar, and then chemicals and other processed things that you couldn't even pronounce. Caring about what you put in your body is a huge part of environmental ethics.
But how does what I eat matter when it comes to the environment?
Oh, it matters a ton. You see, the products that go into making cereal like this come from huge industrialized agriculture plants that use chemicals and other artificial processes to grow their products. Then those products are turned into gross byproducts that aren't even good for you. And that's what goes into your cereal. All those chemicals and sugar and corn products, they're not good for you. And they affect the environment in harmful ways.
So, if I want to help the environment, I have to care about what I put in my body too? Ugh, that seems like so much work. And I love Captain Crunch. I don't want to give that up.
Well, there are lots of great alternatives to eating things like this, Peter. Other products that are grown organically and cereals that don't contain all the corn and sugar products that aren't good for you or the environment. It's really easy to make switches that help both the environment and your body.
Okay, well, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this environmental stuff before my final. I just have a few more questions before I put it all together. Alright, I think I got my whole final figured out.
Really? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I figured out how to fix all the problems we talked about today.
Are you serious? How do you think you're gonna fix all of those problems?
Well, we talked about littering, so we just have to get rid of all the trash in the world so that waterways and the soil and the air don't get polluted anymore. And we talked about getting clean water and equalizing wealth and resources. So we have to make sure that no area has too many people and not enough resources. So we just have to move people around. And we also talked about food. Well, we just stop using chemicals and we start growing everything organically and not putting a lot of sugar in all the people's food. Sound good? I know, I'm a genius. You don't have to say anything. Just say that I'm right.
But you're not right. You're very wrong, actually.
What? How come?
Well, Peter, all of your solutions just bring up more problems than we had to start with. Like, you talked about getting rid of pollution by just getting rid of all the trash. Well, where does that go? Do we burn it? That just creates more air pollution than we had to start with. Do we send it into space? That still doesn't seem very wise. All these questions don't have very easy answers, Peter. I think that's part of the reason why talking about environmental science is so important. Because we have to discuss the solutions and figure out which is best. Because they aren't easy, but it's worth it.
I guess you're right. When you talk about big things like population and government and industry, you're dealing with people's lives and their jobs and how they live and survive. I guess there aren't easy answers to these problems. That's why they haven't been solved yet.
You're very right, Peter.
I guess it's a good thing I took this class then, to talk about these hard issues and at least try to find solutions. But I have one more question.
Really? What's that?
I know I'm a puppet and I can't have a soul, but most of the people listening to this video right now are Christians, aren't they? Why should Christians care so much about the environment? Does God have anything to say about what happens on planet Earth?
That's actually a really good question, Peter. Well, let's go to the Bible and see if that has anything to say. Look, Peter, here, in Genesis, it talks about Christians and the environment in the Bible.
It does?
See? Right here, in Genesis 1:28. And God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply." Not very good at turning pages. Thank you. "And fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves over the earth."
What does that mean?
That means God wants Christians to be stewards of the earth, to take care of it and to use it wisely and for His glory.
So you're telling me that if Christians take care of the environment, they're actually obeying God?
Absolutely. By fulfilling their call to care for the earth, Christians can fulfill their highest calling, along with the rest of creation, to glorify God.
Awesome! Huh? Whoa, hey, look, Penelope, I think I finished my project.
That's awesome, Peter. Do you want to finish that nap that you started earlier?
No way. Let's go back outside and play. It's too beautiful outside not to enjoy creation. Come on.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.